Good morning. We're going to begin our practice in a seat today. So if you have a yoga block or something to sit on for support and you'd like to grab that, just take a moment to grab that. And then we'll get started in a minute. And then once you have your support for your comfortable seat, if it feels okay to sit in Virasana, so shins framing your block, right, sits bones right, rooted onto that support, find Virasana. If a cross-legged seat or a different shape feels better to start this morning, feel free to start wherever feels most supportive. And then let's right away just settle into our space and start to close our eyes. I'd like us to begin just by noticing, turning our awareness inward. Perhaps you start with physical sensation. So again, right, feeling the bowl of your pelvis supported by your yoga block of the earth. If you're in Virasana, feel the length of your shin bones across the ground. And as you feel that connection to the earth, that sturdy support beneath you, on your next breath in, grow a little bit taller through the space of your heart and the crown of your head. And with a slow and steady exhale, offer some ease to the muscles throughout your face and along your jawline, down through your neck and your shoulders. And allow these first few slow and steady breaths to be focused on arriving into your body, the awareness of this present moment right here, right now. Maybe you feel the sensation of your breath and how the sensations shift along the length of your inhale and along your exhale. Take a few more cycles of breath and just noticing, observing, and arriving to your practice this morning. Okay. Noticing perhaps what's present at the space of your heart. Leaning back in your awareness to notice what's traveling through the space of your mind. And as you guide your attention back to inhale in and exhale out, and back into the awareness of sensation. Maybe bring one or both of your hands to the space of your heart. Today, offering our practice to our communities, right? The people that support us and who we support. And just offering gratitude out to our communities, well wishes for each of the people in our spheres that help to support us, whether they are close and near, or maybe someone in the distance, right? Maybe it's someone that you interact with each day, maybe it's a group of people, but anyone who you consider as part of your support system. This can be someone you talk to regularly. Maybe it's someone who, even if you don't speak to them frequently, you know they're always there. But anyone or anything that you consider part of your community and your support, dedicating and devoting this practice this morning to them, sending your energy to them as you move and breathe across your yoga mat. Maybe this is just one person you'd like to focus on this morning, or a group of people. But taking a moment to hold that energy in your heart, in your mind. When you're ready, take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And sending gratitude out with an open mouth exhale, release that breath away. Maybe another cycle just like that, a deep, expansive inhale. And then with exhale, send gratitude out. And take a slow, expansive breath in through your nose, Ujjayi breath in. And through your nose, a slow, intentional exhale, Ujjayi breath out. As you continue with your Ujjayi breath, when you're ready, go ahead and circle sweep your hands up to the sky. Take a nice big breath in. And then on exhale, we'll take a side body stretch, leaning to your left. You can let your left hand come down to the earth or to your body. Reach your right hand up and overhead. Feel a sense of rooting through your right sitting bone as you reach through your right fingertips. Just take one more slow breath. You'll follow your next inhale to rise and reach tall through center. When your exhale, just switch sides. Let your right hand come to the earth or to your body and start to extend your left hand up and overhead. Feel that long line of energy from your left fingertips down through your left hip. And send your breath into the stretch, into that space where you feel sensation. As you're ready to return to center, a deep breath in to rise tall and reach tall once again, and be looking up. Open your throat, the front of your heart space a little bit more. And we'll shift into our tabletop pose from here. So you can go ahead and set your yoga block off to the side. As you shift to all fours, fingers nice and wide across the earth. With your next breath in, find your cow pose. Scoop your heart and tailbone tall to the ceiling. And then exhale to cat, slowly round through your spine. Take your time to feel the moments along the way. And then just 2 more rounds, inhaling to open through your front line, heart and tailbone lift. And as you exhale, press and curl to your cat pose, feeling the space at the back of your heart. And one more slow cycle, your breath tempo. Inhale, lift and open. And exhale, press and curl. Right, from here, begin to find neutral. And then go ahead and step into a high plank just for a nice big breath in. And your exhale, soften your knees and press your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Take a slow pedal as you extend one heel towards the earth and then the other. Maybe 2 to 3 rounds as you alternate from heel to heel. Then we'll meet with our heels up high. Take a nice big breath in. And as you exhale, windshield wiper your toes towards the left. Feel your left side body receive a stretch. Continue to press your hips up and back. Breathe your heels up through center. Then rainbow your heels to the opposite side, toes turning towards the right. Heels to the left. Right side body stretch. We'll inhale back to the midline. With an exhale, take a little wander to the top of your yoga mat, forward fold. Soften through your knees and rest to your thighs, let your head be heavy. Take a sway forwards and backwards. And then swish your hips a little left to right. With a breath in, begin to lift up halfway, leaning a little bit forward. Feel your sits bones reach back, crown of the head extends. Then exhale to release. With soft knees, next breath in, we'll roll to rise. The back of your heart lead, head stays heavy. At the top, finding a little shoulder shrug to open your collarbones across your chest. Go ahead and inhale, circle sweep your hands high, Urdhva Hastasana. And your exhale, right hand grabs your left wrist, side body stretch, lean to your right. Send energy down to the sole of your left foot as you reach through your left fingertips for one more breath. And when you're ready, deep inhale to lift and lengthen through center. Switch your grip and then take it over to the opposite side. So you tip to the left, feel that rooted energy now through your right foot for a breath. Maybe notice if it feels different to lean one side and the other. And start to breathe back through center, lift and lengthen. As you exhale, goddess arms, open your heart. Again, thinking about those that support you, sending that heart space energy out to them. We'll inhale, rise and reach up tall. Exhale, bend your knees and dive forward to your forward fold. Take a halfway lift as you breathe in. With your exhale, step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. Lower your left knee all the way down for Anjaneyasana, and then strong through your inner thighs, lift through your heart and hands. Big breath. This time as you find the side body stretch, let your right hand drape down to the earth beside you. Stretch your left fingertips up and overhead. Good. Inhale, both hands reach tall to the ceiling. And your exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Lift your back knee and lengthen both your legs for your hamstring stretch. And maybe inhale, find a little reach of your heart to the front of the room. As you exhale, allow yourself to fold down towards your right thigh. As you bend into your front knee, step back into your high plank, right foot joins your left. Take a moment just to get really intentional in this plank position. Okay, feel your front body drawing up into your back body. As you hug your hip bones towards your front low ribs, feel that strength at your center. Thighs are active and engaged, and then as you inhale, glide forward to your tippy toes. Then you decide knees up or down. We're going to exhale slow motion to the earth. Think about creating more length from your crown to your elbows as you lower. Once you arrive, untuck your toes. Engage through your glutes and reach length through your toes. Once you have that length, anchor the tops of your feet to the ground. With a breath in, find your low cobra, lift through your heart. Feel your collarbones open across your chest. And breath out to release. Good. Same thing. Inhale, low cobra. Feel the entire engagement down your back body, so along your spine, through your glutes, right? Reaching energy through your legs. And with your breath out, go ahead and release. Good. Third round can be low cobra, or maybe you choose high cobra this time. Let your inhale draw you up. Staying for your exhale, proud through your heart space. And feeling all of the energy at the back of your body, helping to open your front line. Take an extra breath in. And exhale to lower down. And then press up into your tabletop pose. Shift to all fours. And then tuck your toes and press back to downward facing. With an inhale, lift your heels up nice and high. Exhale, forward fold, step, hop, maybe tiptoe to the top of your yoga mat. Once you arrive, follow your inhale to lengthen halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. With your exhale, forward fold, let it go. And soften your knees and breathe in to roll up to standing. Take all the time that you need. There's no rush. Whenever you arrive, find that little shoulder shrug to peel your heart open. Inhale, hands circle sweep. As you exhale, left hand grabs your right wrist. Take a lean to your left side, body stretch. Inhale to bring it back to center right away. And exhale, switch your grip and lean to your right. Deep breath in, rise and reach tall. And exhale to forward fold Uttanasana. Half lift as you gather in a breath. This time we'll step a right foot back for our low lunge. Release your right knee to the earth, Anjaneyasana, strong legs as you lift your heart in your hands with your inhale. And then let your left hand fall to the earth beside you as you reach your right fingertips up and overhead, that open arm side body stretch. Tailbone reaches to the ground. And inhale, left hand reaches high to the sky. On your exhale, hands come to the earth. Lift your back knee and find your hamstring stretch. Both legs go towards long. With your legs active and extended, take a little half lift action through your heart as you breathe in. And then dive towards your left leg, breath out. Allow the space for a slow inhale in. And a steady exhale out. And bend into your front knee and step into your high plank pose. On that intentional plank, breathe in to glide forward. Knees up or down, chaturanga or downward facing dog. Take your time to lower halfway or all the way. As an inhale fills your body, open your heart for up dog or cobra. Again, think about actively lengthening through your toes to the crown of your head. Strong lower body, strong core. And then downward facing dog, hips up and back. And breath in, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and travel to the top, forward fold Uttanasana. Take an inhale to lift up halfway. Near your exhale, find your chair pose. Send your glutes back and down. Let a breath in, extend your heart and hands up. On a breath out, find your airplane arms. Let your heart dive to your thigh, bringing your torso more parallel to the earth. And you feel that engagement through the back of your heart. And then press to your feet. Inhale to your upright chair pose. Lift your heart and hands. Same thing, as you exhale, dive your heart forward. Think about your sit bones stretching back. Crown of the head reaches forward. And then inhale, upright chair. Last one like this. Exhale, airplane your arms, dive forward. Think about getting really long from crown to tailbone. And then inhale, rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. And your exhale, fold all the way to the earth, Uttanasana. Breathe in to lift halfway. Again, that same extension from crown to tailbone. And step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat. Okay. Back knee is going to come to a hover this time. So we're going to a 90-90 lunge. So as your left knee hovers, engage through your center. Super strong legs, root to rise. Bring your shoulders to stack over your hips for your 90-90 lunge. Big breath in. Open arms, side body stretch. Let your right hand drape down to the earth. Left hand reaches up and over. Really actively extend your tailbone to the earth so your low back is spacious and clear. And then with your breath in, bring your heart and hands upright to the sky. As you exhale, airplane lunge. Press length to your left leg as you dive your heart forward. Push into your right heel. Feel your pelvis go a little bit back and up as you extend through your heart. As we windmill open, we're going to windmill through a warrior two. We're going to go all the way to reverse triangle. With an inhale, lengthen your right leg and reach your right hand to the sky. Good. On exhale, Trikonasana triangle pose, and a little softness, a little micro bend through your front knee. Hug muscle to bone, and then reach forward and down. Maybe right hand comes to your shin bone, a block, or the earth. As you strengthen through your legs, can you spiral your heart towards the ceiling? Maybe swim your left hand up and overhead to the front of the room. Big breath in. Good. With your exhale, keep the length of your side bodies, but draw shoulders out of ears. Notice the engagement around your shoulder blades, your scapula that creates. And then we're going to go back into our reverse warrior. So bend into your right knee. Big breath in, right hand reaches up and back. With an exhale, windmill your hands down to frame your right foot, finding your low lunge. You're going to turn onto your left tippy toes so your hips are square. Lengthen both of your legs for your hamstring stretch again. Option to find a twist. Maybe your left hand stays low or goes to a block. As you rotate your heart open to the right and reach your right hand high. Now, I like to have my back heel lifted for this. Big stretch to your right hamstring and IT band. Think about, again, pulling length through your side bodies as you draw your shoulders out of your ears. Take one last breath in. On your exhale, low lunge, bend your right knee and release your right hand to the earth. And lean into your right foot and step forward to your forward fold. With your breath in, lengthen halfway. As you exhale, we're just going to switch out sides. Step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat. Take a second to bring your right knee to a hover, adjusting your stance as much as you need to find that 90-90 position with your legs. Before you rise up, can you root to the four corners of your left foot and feel your left leg really strong? Inner thighs activate. Then as you ignite your core, breathing in, shoulders come to stack over your hips. Right glute is strong, tailbone lengthens towards the ground. Then open arm, side body stretch. Left hand's going to fall beside you as you reach your right hand up and overhead. Good. With a breath in, extend both hands high to the sky. Exhale, airplane lunge. Push length through your back leg and dive forward. Take your time to navigate open through your warrior two. And keep it going to your reverse triangle. Big breath in. Extend through your left side body. Now as you find that little micro bend through your left knee, zip energy up through your leg. We're going to think about leading with length here. So as you press your hips back, finding Trikonasana, lengthen through your left side body forward, and then let your arms follow. As you find your Trikonasana, can you feel your pelvis moving towards the right side of your yoga mat just a little bit? And then rotate through your rib cage, collarbones wide as you look up to the sky. Perhaps you swim your right hand overhead. Feel how that's a continuation of the line of energy through your right side body. Big breath in. And on exhale, coming again, draw shoulders away from ears while continuing the extension of our crown of our head. Okay, going to our reverse warrior, begin to bend into your left knee. And then big push to your feet. Breathe your left hand to the sky. Glutes are strong as you swim up and back. Good low lunge to the front. Windmill your hands down to frame your left foot. And turn onto your right tippy toes as you square your hips. Hamstring stretch, legs go long. You can either dive forward to your left leg, or maybe find that half lift action through your spine. Right fingertips to the earth or right hand to a block. Option for the twist, left hand reaches to the sky. Feel your inhale create length. And exhale. Maybe you rotate a little bit deeper if that's available. And one more breath in. Think about pressing the back of your left hand to the wall behind you. And then low lunge as you breathe out. Bend your front knee and let it go. Step forward to your forward fold. Right foot joins your left. Take a big breath in to lift halfway and reset. And your exhale, fold and release. And then breathing in, we're going to rise all the way to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. And with an exhale, chair pose, airplane arms, diving your heart forward. So find that, I don't know what I want to call this, airplane chair, right? Parallel to the earth chair. So your spine is parallel to the ground. And then as we inhale, we go into our traditional chair. Bring yourself upright. Okay, we'll exhale, hands to heart. Then go ahead and lean into the power of your right leg. As you activate through your low belly, drawing navel to spine, flamingo your left heel to your seat. Take a moment to find a focus point for your gaze, your drishti. And then with your breath in, root to rise, stand tall with your left leg. On breath out, right hand catches left wrist. Once you have your right hand, right, grabbing your left wrist, in a circle, sweep your left leg behind you for a curtsy. Doesn't matter how long your stance is, but left foot's going to step back and behind for a curtsy. So you tip to your right, find that side body stretch through your left side. Take a slow inhale and a slow exhale. Now we want to start with the upper body here. We're going to begin to lean forward into our airplane torso. So similar to what we just did in the chair pose. Chest comes low. We send our arms back beside us. Collarbones press wide across the heart. So we engage our upper back. As you lean into your right foot, begin to come to left tipiest toes. And then press to fly airplane, super slow. Bring your left leg up and back into your airplane. Engage through your center. Take a big breath in. We're going to step back into our 90-90 lunge. So as you exhale, place your left tippy toes down to the earth. Begin to bend into your left knee and drive your right foot down to bring your shoulders upright over your pelvis. Okay, think about tailbone lengthening down. With a breath in, feel your rib cage float a little bit higher away from your pelvis. Open arm twist to the right, same as before. Right hand drapes to the ground. Left hand lifts up and over, big breath. And listening to your breath tempo, on an inhale, bring your right hand to the sky, torso comes upright. Exhale, airplane lunge, hinge forward. Okay, we're going to open up through our reverse triangle, just like before. Windmill through warrior two. Then keep it going, reversing your triangle, big breath in. A little different this time, we're going extended side angle, so bend into your front knee. And swim your left hand all the way up and overhead. You're going to rotate heart to the sky. As you drive energy through your left foot, reach to your left fingertips, take an inhale. Low lunge the front of the room as we exhale. Lengthen both your legs, hamstring stretch. Option to incorporate the twist once again, right hand to the sky. Take a slow inhale And a slow exhale. And give it one more breath in, refinement. And then as you breathe out, low into the front, bend into your right knee, let it go. We step forward to our forward fold, left foot joins your right. Breath in to lift up halfway. Feeling that reset as you lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, release. Rise to stand on your breath in. Good, parallel chair as you exhale, bend your knees, dive your heart forward. Booty and arms sweep back. Upright chair as you take an inhale. And hands to heart as you exhale. Shift your strength, your energy over to your left foot. Activating through low belly. We flamingo right heel up and in. Focus your gaze on that single unmoving point in front of you for stability. Let your next breath in carry you up one-legged mountain, reach to the sky. With our exhale, let's take our left hand and grab right wrist. Slow and steady in your breath. As you're ready, little circle sweep of your right foot behind you for your curtsy. Good. Once you have that foundation of your feet, lean to your left, offering length to your right side body. Slow and steady inhale. Slow, complete exhale. Yeah, we want to build this bit by bit, so bring yourself upright. Just begin to airplane your chest forward over your left leg. Really shift your energy into your left foot. Activate navel to spine. Feel your front body pulling up to your back body, just like we did in plank earlier. And then super slow, begin to find that buoyancy of your right leg into airplane. Can you steady your breath to help steady your body? And then as you're ready, taking a really slow, controlled journey to your 90-90 lunge. So keeping the hinge in your body, let your right tippy toes land. Then begin to bend into your right knee. Left foot's pushing down and forward to upright your shoulders over your hips. You want to find that length of tailbone to the ground. As you push through your right toes, feel your right seat activate. Open arms, side body stretch, leaning to your left. Left hand's going to fall beside you. Right hand reaches up and over. Your inhale brings your torso upright. Exhale, airplane lunge. How long can you get as you push, power through your legs? Pelvis drawing up and back. Windmill open through warrior two into your reverse triangle. Big breath in. And then we have our extended side angle. So bend into your front knee. Let your right hand swim all the way up and overhead. Can you turn your heart to the sky as you take that reach? One breath in here. Feel your pelvis draw underneath you for that support. And then low lunge to the front. Hands come down to the ground as you turn onto right tippy toes. Lengthen both your legs, hamstring stretch. Invitation to twist. Maybe left hand reaches to the sky. Take a breath in. Slow breath out. One more inhale. And then low lunge as you exhale, bend and release. Step forward to your forward fold. Take a big breath in to lift up halfway. And exhale, dive down. Soften both your knees a little extra. Bring your left hand to the earth beneath your face or to a yoga block. Twisting open to the right, we're going to reach right hand to the sky. Bend your left knee. Maybe start to lengthen your right leg. Again, can we concentrate on our side bodies here? Think about using your left hand to pull a little bit more distance between your heart and your hips. One more breath in. Maybe back of the right hand presses to the wall behind you gently. To release, bend both knees and really slowly melt through center forward fold. I'll switch sides, right hand to the earth. So you peel open to the left, bend your right knee, maybe extend your left leg. Then we can use the earth here as leverage, so right hand's pulling your heart forward, and maybe right hand facilitates that deeper rotation to help you press the back of your left hand to the wall behind you. When you're ready to let it go, nice and slow, soften both your knees and melt forward through center. Take a halfway lift breath in, and then find your high plank this time with an exhale out. And once you arrive in your high plank, you're going to take a journey to the earth. So inhale, slide forward, knees up or down. Challenge yourself to go really slow and controlled all the way down to your belly. When you arrive, untuck your toes. Super strong through your lower half. Inhale, low cobra, lengthen. On your exhale, release. We'll do one more. Inhale, either low or maybe you return to your high cobra again. Drawing length from crown to toes. Strength through the back body and through your glutes. And then release. And we're going to shift into a Sphinx pose. So bring your elbows to stack beneath your shoulders. So your upper arm bones are perpendicular to the earth. You're propped up. Forearms are two long parallel lines, and you're anchoring down to the entire length of your forearms all the way through your fingertips. As you press through your arms, can you feel that help draw your pelvis, or rather your rib cage, away from your pelvis a little bit? And crown of the head reaches tall. Now you can stay in your Sphinx pose. Otherwise, we're going to start to tuck our toes for a forearm plank. So feet hips distance, toes tucked. Take a breath in. As you exhale, zip up through your front line to draw your hips in line with your spine. Now we're going to take our forearm plank, and we're going to do a couple things here. So feet hips distance. First, turn your toes to the left and tip your hips into a little rainbow to the right. Upper body stays square, hips are to the right. Let your hips take a little dip, maybe it's 1 inch. And then start to lift your hips up 1 inch, and then rainbow them up and over, switching sides, oh my gosh, and turn your toes to the right as your hips go to the left. Maybe you find a little dip, little crunch lift, then bring it back into your forearm plank. Good, we're going to turn to the right into a forearm side plank. So again, turn your toes to the right. Parallel your left forearm to the top of your yoga mat and reach your right hand to the sky. Lift your hips up, squeezing through your long left side body. Feel the sole of your right foot on the earth. If you want a little extra here, as you shift your hips forward a little bit so you can really transfer energy into your right foot, maybe pull your left knee to your heart space, your inner right thigh is strong. Option for right elbow to tap to your left thigh, big side crunch, and then step your left foot back. And we're going to come back through center forearm plank. We're going to take that to the second side. So toes are turning to the left, your feet are staggered. Right forearm parallels to the top of your yoga mat. Twist your heart open to the left side of the room. Squeeze up through your hips and begin to feel your left foot rooted to the earth. Maybe shift your pelvis a little forward so your left foot can take on some weight. Maybe slide your right knee through to your heart. Maybe left elbow comes to tap your right thigh for a moment, pushing into your right forearm to help activate your right obliques. Step your right foot back to where it was. Reach your left hand high, big breath in. Forearm plank through center as you exhale. Last bit here, you're going to walk your feet in for a dolphin pose. Strengthening through your shoulders. And you push down and forward through your forearms to rediscover that length through your side bodies. Take a slow breath in. And a slow breath out. Meeting in child's pose as you're ready. Knees go wide, big toes come to touch. Melt your hips back to your heels. And take a moment to slow and steady your breath. And from here, slowly starting to press up. Meet me in a seat. Bringing your legs out in front of you. Now, depending on your space, you can adjust accordingly. We're going to find a seated side body stretch. I want to do this before we do a little bit more core engagement and find our way to the back body. So rotating in a way that you can send your left leg long. Bring your right foot into your pelvis. Take a second to adjust so you can feel both sitting bones grounded to the earth. You could also sit on a yoga block, but I feel like that sometimes puts too much pressure in our extended leg knee joint. Okay, so see what feels good for you. Once you have your pelvis nice and grounded, you can have a little bend through this extended leg if that feels better, but let's flex the left toes towards the face. Reaching your hands high, take a big breath in. And as you exhale, side body stretch, lean your left side towards your left leg. Your left hand can be on your body, so on your left leg, inside of your left leg, or outside of your left leg. So kind of see what feels good for you. And then we're going to rotate our heart open and reach right hand up and over. Now sometimes having the right arm just like floating here in space can feel like a lot for the shoulder. So you could also take your right hand behind your head, holding your skull gently, or you could find a half bind. Take the back of your right hand to your low back, maybe bend at your wrist, and press your right elbow back, your right collarbone wide across your chest. Another option for a block here is to place your block underneath your left elbow, so depending on whatever height works for you. Yeah. And then you can rest your head into your left hand, and that can be kind of nice. You could also find arm circles through your right arm as an option to find more opening through your right shoulder. Just getting curious here as you find a sense of heaviness through your right hip. And as you offer breath into your low back on the right side. With your next inhale, go ahead and really slowly and gently rise up using your hands to help press the earth away. And as you breathe out, rotate your torso towards your extended left leg and dive forward to any degree of a forward fold. This time, turning your heart towards your toes, squaring your body towards your extended left leg. Just take 2 more cycles of breath here. And slowly rising up. Last shape in our seated progression before we find second side. We're going to take our left leg. And we're going to step our left foot to the outside of our right thigh. Now, if this position is like really, really sticky, feel free to extend your right leg long. Okay. Again, we want both of our sitting bones rooted. I like to start with my hands interlaced at the front knee, so my left knee. I'm going to pull my heart up, crown of the head goes tall as I inhale. And then with an exhale, I'm going to swim my left hand behind me and find my twist. Your right hand can continue to hold your left knee, or you could go right elbow to the top of your left thigh and use that as a leverage to rotate. Maybe your right arm hugs your left thigh towards your heart. So see what feels good for your right arm. And think about using a breath to grow a little bit taller and prouder through heart and crown. And with breath out, maybe you twist a little deeper if that's available. When you're ready to unwind through center, slowly release. Maybe take a moment just to bring the soles of your feet together and just kind of wiggle a little bit left to right, forward or so. And we'll switch it out. So we're going to send our right leg long next. As you extend through your right leg, bring your left foot to your inner right thigh. And take a moment. This angle of your right leg is going to change sensation. Find the groundedness through both sitting bones. And you're ready for your side bend, reaching high as you inhale. Dive down to the right as you exhale, feeling your heart turn open to the ceiling. Again, feel free to use a block for support to bring the earth closer. Maybe explore some movement through your left arm circles, or you could also take your half bind. Just allowing second side to be its own experience. As you settle in and concentrate on the flow of your breath, just notice what information you're receiving from this side in your body. Maybe you get curious with how it feels to be in these seated stretches and to spend a little bit more time in stillness than we sometimes do. And be coming back to sending energy out to our communities, our systems of support. Gratitude, right, to our communities and our systems of support. Notice if your teeth have gotten tight, especially if this is a pretty intense sensation, pretty deep opening for your body. We soften along the jawline and slow our breath. If you start to feel ready for your forward fold, just like before, really gently ease your way out. Use your hands to help you rise up. As you rotate your heart towards your extended right leg, you may adjust your pelvis a little bit. That's totally fine. I usually kind of plug my right thigh bone a little bit further back. It's going to also narrow the angle of my hips here. Breathing in, reach up tall, and exhale to dive forward to your forward fold. Just 3 steady breaths. And as you rise up for our twist, remember you have options. So you're going to sweep your right leg to the outside of your left thigh. And you can keep your left foot tucked into your pelvis. If it feels better for your body, maybe you extend your left leg long. Yeah. So give yourself options, see what's feeling good for this side. Again, starting with lift and length. Maybe catch the front of your right knee and pull your heart into tall, proud posture with a breath. Your exhale, begin to rotate to your right. You might try a couple options of how you want your left hand or your left arm to see what feels good for this side. And then once you find the shape that feels good for your body, the twist and the orientation of your left arm that you like, just take 2 slow breaths. And we're going to start to slowly unravel, no rush at all. As you unravel, if you need any sort of movement, like another little butterfly moment, just leaning forward, a little torso sway, maybe a little windshield wiper, feel free to take that. And then at the top of our yoga mats, we're going to use our core to lower down. Now, if you have a yoga block, you can grab that. Otherwise, you can just use an imaginary block. So knees bent, feet flexed into the earth. We're going to take our yoga block out in front of us. Bend your elbows so you have like a big circle through your arms, so that as you press into your block, you feel engagement through your biceps and your chest. Now take a breath in, and exhale, you're going to lean back to find that sticky, spicy point for your core. Drawing front ribs in, navel to spine. Good. As you find that sticky point, you're going to take an inhale, and exhale, rotate over to your right, finding a twist. Keep your chest leaned back. Keep the twist. As you breathe in, just lift your block towards the sky while you pull your front ribs down. Your exhale, just going to lower your block back to where it was. Front body pulling to back body. And then inhale back to center. We'll do the same thing second side. So exhale, rotate to your left. Keep the twist, keep your heart leaned back. Just inhale, lift your block, your hands to the sky while pulling your front ribs down. And then exhale, block lowers. Inhale back to center. Breath out, slowly start to descend all the way to the earth. Then as you arrive, just set that block down at the back of your yoga mat. That way it's there if you want it. Gather your knees to your chest. And start to find any variation of happy baby. Now, if you're reaching up to catch your feet or your ankles, and you think about your shin bones and thigh bones both pressing towards the top of your yoga mat, and see if that offers a sense of lengthening through your low back. You can bend at your elbows and draw your shoulders out of your ears. Take a nice slow breath in. And then on exhale, go ahead and set up for your bridge pose. This will be our last shape of effort before we start to sink and settle into ease completely. So one strong bridge, rooting through your feet. As you're ready, scoop your hips up to the sky. And the same theme of finding length through our side bodies. As you hug an imaginary block between your thighs, you think about reaching that block forward. So not super focused on how high our hips are, but can we think about creating more distance between rib cage and pelvis and just see how that feels for your body. Once you have hugged into that imaginary block and reached it forward, then if you want to maybe find more height through your hips, or maybe it feels good just to focus on the spaciousness of the shape. And you can shift a little bit from your right foot to your left foot, noticing if you have a tendency to favor one side or the other. And as you find that evenness, take one more cycle of breath. On your exhale, slow, controlled lower to the earth. And when your hips land, walk your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Knees are still bent. And windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Next time your knees are pointing to the sky, when you're moving pose, bring your right knee to your right shoulder. Extend your left leg long across the earth. Breath into your belly. And with your breath out, find your supine twist. Taking one slow, expansive breath in. You reach through your right fingertips away from the midline of your body. Continuing to reach through right fingertips as you take a slow, conscious breath out. An inhale guides you back to center. With your exhale, bring your left knee in and switch out your legs. Release your right leg long. Let your right leg rest to the earth. Pull your left thigh into your body with a breath. And then exhale, supine twist. You find that reach through your left fingertips. Take a slow, full breath in. A slow, complete breath out. And this next time that you breathe back to center and gather both your knees to your chest. Maybe curl your forehead up to your knees for a moment. Just checking in with your body to see if there's anything else that you need before making your way to Shavasana. Maybe you take Supta Baddha Konasana, your reclined butterfly. Maybe a plow pose or a shoulder stand. If you wanted a figure four, another twist, happy baby, just give yourself a few cycles of breath to travel through anything that your body is craving before stillness. When you are ready to release, taking your time to sink and settle into the earth. Begin to soften your eyes shut. Again, bringing to heart and mind your community, your support systems, people and things in your life that help you to feel held and sturdy, even if things around you or within you are feeling a little bit swirly. Who and what can you lean on to bring you back to that heart-centered space? That sturdy place of knowing. Again, offering gratitude out to our communities and our support systems. We'll take a deep breath in. And then open mouth exhale to release. Let yourself sink and settle into Shavasana. And I'll guide you out when we are ready to close our practice. without changing or adjusting your breath. See if you can just bring your attention to the movement of your breath as it breathes itself. Feel your body resting into the sturdy support of the earth below. And know that through your practice this morning, you've taken time to fill your cup. And it's through these practices that help us to fill up our own cups, taking care of ourselves the best that we can, so that we can better care for those around us as well. And so, acknowledging these 60 minutes that you spent nourishing, nurturing your body, your heart, your mind, knowing that that practice doesn't end as we say namaste. You take that with you, and it ripples out into the world, into every interaction that you have. So from this full cup, as you go off into your day, offering support and gratitude, and receiving support and gratitude in return. I'll bring hands to heart center if that feels true for you this morning. And this gratitude for this practice and for our bodies and our breath. Right? Deep inhale through your nose. Whenever you're ready, an open mouth exhale, just let it go. May yoga always provide us a path to compassion. And may our practices always serve as our teachers, leading us to live with greater and greater authenticity and helping us to love more deeply each and every day. Thanks so much for being here, and namaste.